You've come home for cultural sustenance. Oh, you mean you wouldn't thought? You're Australian, you can't think.
No, I said I wouldn't call it home.
What would you... No, I didn't say home. Home, culturally. This is your home. You see, when our prisoners were overcrowded with convicts and criminals, we had to find some way to send your ancestors. That's how Australia came about. No?
200 years ago, yeah.
Yes, Captain Cook discovered it.
He was the first white man down there.
Oh, he was the first white man. You're learning, yeah! Hey, you're learning, that's right. See how you learn from us? That's right. Don't tell us you discovered it. Say you were the first white man to arrive there, meaning there were black people before you. How are the Aborigines doing?
Not very well.
Not very well. And why don't you think they're not doing very well?
I'll tell you why, because the English, when they arrived, managed to kill off enough of them.
You mean the English managed to kill off a lot of them?
Yeah.
And you now killing the rest that survived? No, I don't mean you personally. I mean, you know, the English language is a bastardized language. Singular you, plural you. When I say you, I don't mean you singularly, I mean you Australians. Are they happy?
No.
Do you know of any, listen carefully, do you know of any country in the world where they speak English, where the Anglo-Saxon culture has been put into practice, and where the English have been, and they have met black people, that those black people are all right?
No.
Shall I call you some? In America, they call it the McCarran Act. In Canada, they call it the Anti-Asiatic White Preferential Immigration Bill. In New Zealand, they call it the Selected Migration Scheme. In South Africa, they call it apartheid. And in Australia, where you are not as cultured as the Anglo-Saxon, you used to call it the white Australian policy. And in England, the mother and the most superior of the Anglo-Saxon societies, they call it the Commonwealth Immigration Act. There isn't a country in the world where the English have been to that they have not passed laws in other people's country, stopping other people from going in, accepting themselves. And that is why every night I go down and I pray, please God, don't let the English get to heaven before us, because if you do, another immigration. And in Melbourne today, you have got what you call a commission for racial equality in Melbourne. But one would have assumed that if you have a commission for racial equality, it will do for the Aborigines. But it isn't. It deals with the Greeks. Yeah?
Yeah.
I know. My landlady is Australian.
She must be a nice lady.
Oh no, when I went looking for a room, had plenty of sign, rooms to let, sorry no blacks. And then I saw one, rooms to let, blacks welcome. So I went with an Australian landlady, I got the room, I became a tenant. 3 months later, I was the landlord. Aren't you terrible down there? You're a mixture of immigrants. Take Canada. 60% of the present population of Canada are fucking immigrants. Don't get angry when I say fucking. It's the name of a Chinese restaurant. You can go down to Queens where you find a whole lot. Fuck you, fuck I, fuck you, a whole lot.
I don't know any personally.
You mean you haven't actually met one?
Bent yourself, mate.
What language did you speak to him in?
English.
English. You assume he's a genius. You assume he's more educated than you. He speaks your language. My friend, any civilized or educated person will tell you that when you go to a country, if you don't like the customs, if you don't speak the language, if you don't like the way people live, all you've got to do is to leave and go back. Why did you go and change their lifestyle? Look at us blacks. When we came, we spoke better English than the English. We wanted to leave. They said, no, stay, please. We like curry and rice. Show us how to cook it. So we stayed. We have Indian restaurants, West Indian restaurants. And you ask English people, do you like Indians? No, don't like them. They smell of onion. But when you go to an Indian restaurant, all the bastards are in there. And please, ladies and gentlemen, when I call you bastards, don't get angry. Because when I came to this country many years ago, I didn't speak any English, and I still don't. And as I walked the streets of London, everybody said to me, you black bastard, you black bastard. I thought they meant, welcome to London. Here we are. We've transformed Britain. Look around. Look at it. Aren't it beautiful? Look. All these black people here, we've added a bit of color to your life. Look. Can you imagine getting up in the morning and everybody look white? Horrible! Well, look around, eh? Isn't it nice? Say thank you. We are here to stay. And you know there's something the English would never understand? 40% of the black population of Britain were born here. You can't tell them to go home. You got a girlfriend? Where is she? Where? She's, is that your boyfriend? See, even a black woman feels sorry for you. She's great. I mean, you remember your history. I don't have to tell you that.
Yeah.
When you called on Britain and France to redivide the African continents, 1876, when capitalism and production boomed in Germany, Germany called on Britain, France, and Spain and Portugal to redivide the African market. That's how the Germans got colonies. Dahomey, Togoland, Tanganyika, Zanzibar, they're all German colonies. Southwest Africa.
Yeah.
How did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You mean?
Yeah. I don't like it. Yeah. You see the trouble?
I have trouble with
The trouble
language,
with you
know?
young Europeans, especially you young Germans, they don't teach you your history.
No, I have difficulties now because that's not my natural language.
What, English?
Yeah.
And why are you visiting a university here for?
To learn
They
English
gonna
and to
speak
learn the culture.
You coming
Yeah.
to England, to
Yeah.
university to learn English?
Yeah.
My friend, don't be stupid. You're going the wrong place. You must do like us black people. We came to learn English. We went into a pub. We met an English barmaid. 2 nights later, our English was perfect.
I hope the same will happen to me.
You hope the same will happen to you? But most of the barbaids now are Australian. You want to learn English with an Australian accent?
Yeah, sounds good.
It sounds good. Everything sounds good to you. Are there any English people here? My dear, don't run away. Come. Come. You're going to the toilets, are you? Are there any English people here? Where are you from, sir? Don't look behind you, yes. Sorry? You're from Scotland. One of your lost cousins has arrived from Australia. Would you like to take him home and give him a skirt? What are you doing in England? You're studying in England when all the universities were originally built in Scotland? You're coming to England to study where Pakistanis are teachers? Don't worry, in 5 years' time all of you will end up speaking English like Peter Sellers. Where are you from, sir? Europe and gone to black people's country and oppress them and enslave them and kill them. But nowhere in European history or black people's history will you ever read that black people left their country and came to European country and killed them or oppressed them. The only black man who left Africa was Hannibal. And he rode through Italy. He didn't stay overnight. He only rode through, and half of the Italians look like me. We've been here 40 years. In another 10 years, the average Englishman will look like me with a Jamaican accent. Yes, sir.
Did not the Moors come to educate Spain and southern France?
But my friend, when the Moors ruled Spain, they ruled Spain for 700 years. The Moors turned back in Spain and did not Islamize the Spanish population. The Spanish people were allowed to remain Catholics, despite the fact that the Moors were Muslims. And isn't it true that the Moors turned back and built the first university in the world for secular learning, the University of Cordova, that still stands today? Name me one university, white man, that your people built in Africa or India or the Caribbean. One. Our people were more civilized. Not like you barbarians.